Hey guys, this is Chandan Kumar from India, and once again I am here with my newest tutorial for CG Tuts Plus exclusively. And you must have seen in the preview what I'm gonna tell you today. Yes, I'll tell you about Caustics in 3ds Max. Sometimes I get this question from my students, how to generate Caustics in 3ds Max. Sometimes it becomes tricky to get the perfect Caustics. So here in this tutorial I'll tell you how you can get a perfect Caustics in 3ds Max. So let's start, and for this I have to make a small scene first. So I go to spline, take line, and here I try to make a simple wine glass. Okay. Now being in the spline mode, maybe vertex for now, and try to adjust it a little bit, or just delete this middle vertex. Right click on this vertex, Bezier corner, and just make it something like this. Okay. Here you may find the line a bit edgy. So for that, go to interpolation and increase the amount, make it something like 50. And now there is no jagged edges problem anymore. And just delete this vertex. Fine. Now go to spline mode, click on the spline and come down here to outline, select this and just give a small thickness. That's fine. Now go to modifier list, apply lathe modifier onto it, click on max, and now we have a wine glass. It looks cool. Fine. It looks edgy now, so increase the segments here. Now it looks good. Now make a plane for the base. And put the glass on the ground. That looks good. Fine. Now it's time to apply some materials and textures. But before that, go to rendering first, render setup, and here change the renderer from scanline to mental ray. And now press M to open the material editor, and here instead of standard, choose arc and design. And here select a preset like glass solid geometry. It will do. And apply this material to the glass. Okay. And now pick another empty slot, diffuse, bitmap, and here I apply this floor texture onto the plane. Now let's see how does it look like. Okay. Right now it looks quite simple. There is no caustics in the scene. So let's bring some caustics to the scene. First of all, let's apply some lighting in the scene. I pick an omni light and put it here. Let me check for the perfect placing for the light. Now the three most important things. This light is the source of caustics, this glass will generate caustics, and this plane will receive the caustics. So first of all, right click on the light, object properties, mental ray, and here check the generate caustics option. Now right click on the glass, object properties, mental ray, and check the generate caustics. And here right click on the plane object properties, mental ray, and we don't have to generate caustics because this will only receive the caustics. Okay, now this is the render setting. Here final gather is on. Come down, and here we have to enable the caustics option. Check the maximum sample radius also. Make the photons number as 10,000. And now let's see how does it look like. Okay, here we don't see any caustics. There is some reason behind it. The most important reason is that the scene is quite large and scaled. So do one thing, select both the glass and plane and scale this down a bit. Adjust the scene a bit too, and reposition the Omni light once again. Now if you render the scene, you will find a little bit of caustics here on the base of the glass. Now let's enhance it. First of all, increase the multiplier a bit, like 10, and photons like 1 lakh, sampling radius as 2, and now render the scene, and you can see the caustics clearly here. Let's take some more values like radius. Decrease the multiplier a bit, and decrease the decay as 1.9. And now render the scene. Now it looks good. We can tweak some more values like increase the multiplier as 8, sampling radius as 2.5, and photons could be increased to like 1 million. Now render the scene. Okay, let's reposition the light. Adjusting the light source can enhance the overall look of the scene. I think this is fine. Now let's make a copy of this glass and put it here, and rotate it so that it should lie down on the ground, or the best thing would be to reposition its pivot point over here. And now it can be easily laid down on the ground. That's fine. A little bit of adjustment. Now let's see how does it look like. It looks good, but let's see what happens when the radius is made 1 and filter is set to Gauss. Let's see. Okay, it will make the caustics quite harsh. It looks cool, but it's better to keep the radius as 1.2 or 1.5, and decay may be 1.8, multiplier 12. Put the light a bit down. Now let's see how does it look like. Oh nice, caustics looks quite prominent. So it always depends upon you how you play with the settings of the light and other rendering parameters. Now go to renderer, and here in camera shader tab, check this output option. open the material editor and drag this to some empty slot, and from here you can control the lume settings if you wish to. Let's render the scene. Let's render the scene once again and find glare in the brightest part of the scene, and it looks critical. I have added a couple of things in the scene, and here comes another tip for you to remember. Whenever you want your objects should generate caustics, keep it in your mind that objects must have some thickness. Like on this teapot, I have applied a shell modifier to give it a bit thickness, and also this hydra is having some thickness. Glasses are already thick, so always give a little bit of thickness in your objects to get caustics. So guys, I hope you must have enjoyed this tutorial. Let's meet in some other tutorial. Till then, this is Chandan Kumar from India for CG Tuts Plus exclusively. Bye bye.